Welcome to the EVERBLACK Podcast. On this episode, we chat to the one and only Max Cavalera, who will be heading down under this week with his brother Iggor for the Beneath the Remains and Arise Australian Tour. They'll be playing selections from two of their most loved albums, Beneath the Remains and Arise, and I just can't wait. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Max also spoke about early days of recording those albums, his respect for Zeal and Ardor and their originality, his relationship with his brother Iggor and how he doesn't take that for granted, his thoughts on Keith Flint from The Prodigy as well, just heaps more. It was just a really, really great chat with Max, and I just personally found some of the things he had to say to be really honest and heartfelt and inspiring, and maybe a side of Max that not everyone gets a chance to see. I thought it was just a really, really, really cool chat. The Beneath the Remains and Rise tour kicks off on Sunday, on March 17 at the Metropolis in Fremantle. Then goes to Tuesday, the 19th of March at the Gov in Adelaide. Thursday, the 21st of March at 170 Russell in Melbourne. Friday, the 22nd of March at the Valley Drive-In in Brisbane. Saturday, the 23rd of March at the Metro in Sydney, and then wrapping up on Sunday, the 24th of March at the Basement in Canberra. Tickets are on sale now. Go to www.tickets.destroyalllines.com and get them now, because it's just it's going to be one ripper of a tour. All right, before we go into my chat with Max, we have to mention that this episode is brought to you by Blacklight Art and Design, who are the go-to for all our screen printing needs. They've done all our shirts and hats for EVERBLACK Media, and I highly recommend checking these guys out. Big shout out to Karen and Buzz. Love your work, guys. Go to www.blacklightad.com.au and order your merch there. This show is also brought to you by our good friends at RW Promotion, who are the best in the biz when it comes to stickers, flyers, banners, badges, and all other promo you need for your band or business. Go to www.rwpromotion.com.au and check those guys out. Also want to give a shout out to the guys at Lumberpunks Axe Throwing Club, who now have two venues in Queensland, one in Miami on the Gold Coast and the other in West End in Brisbane. Lumberpunks is an axe throwing club which is perfect for date nights, solo adventures, putting a club together. You can go down there with your mates and throw some axes and listen to some metal, or even if you don't listen to metal, you can put whatever you like on. It's a free world, I guess. But metal is obviously recommended. All sessions are 1.5 hours in length and comprise of a safety induction, instruction on tactical tomahawks and hatchets, and then competitive play. Receive 10% off your session when quoting EVERBLACK in your booking notes. Terms and conditions apply. Big thanks to those guys for swinging that our way. No pun intended. Go check out Lumberpunks. It's just a hell of a good time. All right, here is my chat with Max Cavalera talking about the Beneath the Remains and Rise tour. Enjoy.
Hello.
Hey, Max, how are you, mate?
Good. How you doing?
Excellent. Well, it's definitely great to talk to you again. How's your day going?
Yeah, doing good. Just doing interviews and talking about the tour, man. Very excited for the tour, you know?
We are pumped, man, because, of course, as mentioned, you're heading back down here for the Beneath the Remains and Rise tour, which takes us way back to two of your most loved classic albums. I mean, much like Return to Roots, that tour was amazing. How's it going back and rediscovering these ones for the tour with Iggor?
Awesome, man. You know, like, we tried these things now for a couple of different times. You know, we did Return to Roots kind of worldwide, and I did Nailbomb in America and Canada. And we did Return to Beneath the Remains and Arise last year in Russia and South America, and it was phenomenal. Just, especially South America, it was just insane, man. You know, like, packed, sold out, everybody singing every word, and it makes me also realize how important these records are for the fans, for me, you know, for my life. They're big chapters of my life and Igor's life. They cannot be ignored. So we are here to celebrate them and give justice to them, you know, play them live as good as they can be played. And this year is 30 year of Beneath the Remains, so it's another reason to go out there and play. And we are very happy that Australia is on the board again. We're coming back, and it's going to be freaking awesome. We are super excited.
Beneath the Remains, that was your first major label debut with Roadrunner Records back in the day. And for a bunch of young dudes from Brazil, that at that time must have been so damn exciting for you guys. What's your most fond memory of, that time and recording that album?
Recording that album, it was really kind of like exciting because we finally got a contract with Roadrunner, and we're finally making the record that we always wanted to make. I mean, as much as we love Morbid Divisions and Schizophrenia, those records were not made in the right way with producers like Scott Burns and studios like Morris Sound. And, even though Beneath the Remains was done in Rio, it was done in a really good studio in Rio, recorded at night. But we were able to finally realize some of our dreams of making records, like making the record the way you're supposed to make those records, with people that understand what you're trying to do. And then you just work hard on your songs so they can become really good songs that people embrace. But it was definitely a transition time in our life, kind of like after that. I mean, by the time our Rise came out and we started touring the world, and we never stopped. And it was like, it's like you turn a switch on and you never put it back on off, until now. It never stopped. I'm just keep going. I'm releasing like almost an album every 2 years, and that's just like how I like my life to be, man. Always busy, and that's one of the things. I don't even look back at my stuff that much, and I was forced to look back at Roots and Nail Bomb, and now Beneath the Remains and Arise, and made me realize how good those records are. And I fell in love with them again. I fell in love with those records again. And I think the fans are falling in love with them again, with us. And it's really, really cool. It's a cool thing to be able to do that at this stage of my career. We're going to the future with Soulfly and Killer BQ, but we don't forget where all this started. Records like Beneath the Remains are the reason why I'm here,
Oh, absolutely. And I guess, do you treat each album anniversary like it's like one of your kids' birthdays? Do you grab it out on the turntable and sit down and crank it up and have a beer and sort of reflect on it? Is that a thing that you guys do?
I've never really done that much. I mean, I had to go back to relearn the record, so I had to relearn Beneath the Remains and relearn Arise, like learning all the riffs again. And that was really cool. It was a lot of work because there's a lot of stuff from those albums, and we wanted to make them good. I told Iggor, I don't want to do nothing halfway. I don't want to do nothing that people are going to complain that we didn't play as good as they used to be. We have Under Siege video, which is amazing for people to compare with. So it has to be as good as that. So we took it very seriously, but from time to time, I do that. I'll grab an album that I release and I listen to entirely, and I'll be like, "Damn, this was good. This was I did that with First Soulfly a couple years ago. I listened to Nail Bomb not too long ago. It was the same feeling. But like I say, I don't really go back to my stuff. I prefer to listen to other people's music. So I'm always listening to other metal, like other bands that I like, especially heavy stuff. I'm a huge underground fan. Everything from King Parrot to Gay Creeper, I'm a fan of it. So it's like I'm just a metalhead. Before I'm a musician, I'm a metalhead, and I'm a huge metal fan. So. Most of the time I'm listening to other people's music, not my own music.
Well, I did see a pic of you wearing a Zeal Ardor shirt. I saw those guys last week, and they were just phenomenal.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I discovered them last year. A friend of mine worked for them, sent me the shirt, and I like the logo. And it's I got to see them actually last year at the festival we played together. I think it was in Denmark, and they saw me wearing their shirt, and they were very happy. I think they were very surprised. They were very surprised to see me there, and I never got to talk to them. Unfortunately, I was just on the side of the stage. But definitely want to, to me, I think the originality is what counts for bands like that. They're very original. So between them and Gojira and Bozer, those are kind of like the most original things I heard in the last couple of years, and I really dig that.
Is Manuel from Zeal Ardor someone that you might want to work with, like get him on guesting? I think the two of you teaming up would just be phenomenal.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I love working with people, man. You know me. The collaboration is one of my favorite things. I've done so many. Last record we had, Randy from Lamb of God and Ross from Immolation. For sure, you do a song with Emmanuel would be great. I love his voice. I love his vibe, the kind of bluesy things, and we could probably do a song about Robert Johnson selling his soul to the devil, something like that. Would be really cool. So for sure, I look forward to work with all different people, man. I love all the collaboration that we did, and look forward to more in the future.
Well, I've counted roughly about 30 albums and EPs that you've released over the years, and that's not including guest spots that you've done. Has there been any talk of maybe putting together a big Cavalera box set that documents your whole career up until this point?
Not yet. They're doing these special releases. There was one done by Warner, had all the Max Cavalera years of Sepultura. And that was a big box set. It was beautiful. I had one. I really like what they did. And they are remastering and releasing Arise and Chaos with all different bonus tracks. A lot of very, very rare versions of the songs. I kind of helped them out through that too with some of the stuff I had here with me, some demos and stuff. There is going to be one, it's a compilation of instrumentals, all the Soulfly instrumentals. Wow. Because I have 11 now, and that's big enough for a record. And a lot of people really like those mellow, chill, spiritual vibes that those instrumental has, So we're going to probably put one of those out, see what happens to them. Might even tour for that. We don't know yet, but we might even do a tour for that. It would be really cool. Totally different vibe, instrumental kind of tour. But I dig all that. I think that's all great. I still want to do a documentary, like a video, like a filming of my career. I did the book. I love my book. I think the book was really honest, really cool, really inspiring. A lot of people that read it, they really liked it. A lot of good stories on it, a lot of funny shit, a lot of sad shit. It was full of emotion. And I think a DVD-like story of my life. Here in America, they do a couple of those. They did an Agnostic Front one I just watched the other day. It was amazing. And I would like to do one of those so my life can be preserved and can be put on a video and people can watch even after I'm dead. My kids can put it on and celebrate my life with that, So I think we're going to work on that in the near future.
That would be unreal. That would be so good. And I also saw you guys posted a tribute to the Prodigy's Keith Flint, who just passed away, and that's pretty sad,
Yeah, that was really shocking, I never met. I played with them in a couple festivals, and I'm always been a big Prodigy fan, as everybody knows. We used to do the intro of "I'm the Law." There was the guitar riff with the drums was killer. It used to be, and I love most of the older stuff. I really thought they were great. Really innovative, different kind of music. It was really cool. So it's really sad that Keith Flint passed. So definitely another suicide. I don't understand those things, man. It's crazy why people go through that. Take that option in life. I don't understand, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I'm sure it gets pretty tough out there for a lot of guys on the road, and you'd see a lot of it firsthand, and the pressure and dealing with those personal issues. I mean, do you get guys coming to you for advice? The new kids out there touring that are having trouble adjusting, do they come to you advice for stuff like that and how you've gotten through it all?
Yeah, we talk to a lot of fans all the time, and try to, a lot of them go through a lot of stuff and that we relate to. So even like, there's a lot of fans that have like diabetes, like my son has diabetes, and a lot of fans struggling with drugs and alcohol. I've been clean for 10 years now, so I try to help them as much as I can. try to say that's not the option. That's not the way to go. You know, it's like I chose life and music rather than alcohol and drugs. You know.
Yeah.
But not in a preaching way. I don't want to sound preachy because I don't like preaching people. I don't like people that want them to do what they should do. You know, like, I don't like the preaching mentality. So I'm very easygoing. You know, but I try to tell them in my own way. If they have the chance to choose, to make a decision, choose life, choose metal, you know, the way I did. It was the best decision I made. I'm still here. I should have been dead for all the shit I did, but, you know, life had other plans. And so I'm just very blessed to be alive, to be healthy, and be able to do things like I do with Iggor, like this return to beneath and arise is a blessing, man. Especially when you look at people like Dimebag and Vinny are not here with us anymore.
Yeah.
I don't take for granted 1 second of it, my relationship with Iggor. It's serious. I really love the guy. Love playing with him. And I try to enjoy every minute I have with him. I try to really make it count and make it... I think we have a special bond, a really strong bond of brothers, you know, that... nobody can break that, you know. It was tested during the Sepultura years, and after the Sepultura, it was real tested with fire. We didn't speak for 10 years.
Yeah.
But nothing could break that, man. You know, we're still brothers, and we're still strong, no matter what.
That's beautiful, man. And it shows, dude. It shows through the music and how strong it is and what you guys are good doing with Cavalera Conspiracy. I mean, it's just... awesome, man. You can feel from a fan's perspective, you can see it and you can feel it, and it's energizing, and it's a beautiful thing, man. So what's next after the tour? You got a new Cavalera album, Kill or Be Killed. What's on the menu, brother?
Right now, touring. You know, we are touring a lot this year. I go to Australia with Beneath and Arise, and then we do a bunch of festivals in Europe with Soulfly. Of course, Soulfly is real hard right now with Ritual. Ritual just came out and was great, hugely accepted by the fans, and had great reviews. And so I think the Ritual tour, we're trying to do a world tour. You know, we're going to try to tour as much as we can. I like to do a Ritual world tour. I like to go to South America. I like to go to Europe, Russia, hopefully Australia too, if that's possible. And eventually, at some point, Killer BQ is on the map, on the plans too for another record. But we'll see how that goes, because that's a whole nother story.
Well, Max, thank you so much again for taking the time to hang out on the show. The tour kicks off on Sunday, the 17th of March at the Metropolis in Fremantle. Tickets are on sale now. Max, enjoy your day, and we'll see you very soon, brother.
All right. Nice talking to you, brother.